Hey guys, welcome to the next segment of our Assassin's Creed special. We are covering Assassin's Creed Bloodlines for the PSP, and that came out alongside Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I was very excited when Sony announced that they were going to have an Assassin's Creed game on their portable gaming platform, and that's because I really enjoyed the first one. A lot of people did not enjoy the first one because some of the sub-objectives were very repetitive. You had a main person you needed to assassinate, and then you had three sub-objectives that you would have to do before you could pull off the assassination. And they didn't change every time you'd kill somebody. So you'd kill a main leader, and then you would have to do over basically the same three sub-objectives just with a different person. So that made a lot of people angry, and a lot of people didn't enjoy the game very much because of the amount of repetitiveness. Now, I personally like the game because of the history of it that's involved. I'm also a big fan of the Hitman games, so a kind of Middle Ages Renaissance assassination game just really appeals to me. So like I said, when they announced that they were bringing this out to PSP and as a 3D game, I got pretty excited. And playing through, it picks up a couple months after the first Assassin's Creed, so you're still playing as Altair, you're not playing as Ezio like you are in Assassin's Creed 2, so it's like 10 months I think after the first one, and Altair still has the Apple of Eden, the Templars are still looking for it, but rather than sit and wait for the Templars to attack again, Altair kind of takes the fight to them. So you're still hunting down Templar leaders and trying to basically get them out of the country. So how does this game translate from a PS3, Xbox 360 environment to a portable? Obviously, there is a downsize in graphics. You're getting about a 480p definition signal rather than your HD signal, of course, so you're going to notice the downgrade from there. Graphics quality, I guess you would say it kind of looks like a poor man's PS2 port. That doesn't necessarily mean it's terrible, but after playing Assassin's Creed 2 for a while and coming back to this, you definitely notice the difference. But for a portable game, it's definitely probably the best looking I've seen on the system. So they did do a fairly good job considering the hardware it's on. So graphically, not bad. Control-wise, a lot of people complain about the PlayStation Portable's lack of a second analog stick. And Assassin's Creed being a game where you really need to see what's going on, you really need to control the camera. You use the left shoulder button to kind of begin the camera function, and then you use the regular face buttons to kind of rotate the camera around you. At times this can be clunky when you're running around and trying to chase an objective down or kind of get an overview of your surroundings, but after a while you get adjusted to it. Now, yeah, it's a shame that there isn't a second analog stick, but that topic has been beat to death, so there's no second analog stick. The developers did a good job of implementing the camera controls as best as they could. But otherwise, with regular controls, your right trigger button does all your high profile attacks, your dodges, and your counters. You still have your weapons as far as the hidden blade, the knife, the sword, and of course your fists. And sound-wise, they did a decent job. The music tracks seem to be fairly common. There's not a lot of difference between them. But sound and stuff like that, it still delivers that original Assassin's Creed experience. Storyline-wise, the game kind of feels rushed. And not in terms of graphically and gameplay wise, but it kind of feels really thrown together just so they could kind of get it out there. It doesn't have the depth that the first Assassin's Creed had, and definitely not the second one. First of all, there's no animus that you actually go into. You don't see Desmond Miles at all. When you start the game, you start immediately as Altair, so there is no, at least as far as I've gotten, I have about 85% through the game, there is no indication of Desmond Miles and all in this game at all. So again, it's more of a bridge of the gap between Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2, between the characters, rather than the whole focus on the story. And this is more of a main focus on Altair. And mission-wise, you're going through and you're assassinating people like you should. The submissions at least have a lot more variety, but it still feels a little mundane and boring. It does get a little boring after a while. But for a portable game, this is kind of meant to be picked up, played for maybe half an hour, and then put down again. Then picking it up and playing it later. So they really didn't do a bad job with it. The mission structure, it is a step up over Assassin's Creed. So overall, is this a game that deserves a system bundle? And for those of you who don't know, there is an Assassin's Creed PSP 3000 system bundle that comes with the game. It's really hard for me to say on whether or not I would pick up a PSP system with Assassin's Creed. It's a great game, but it's not that good that I would say it's a great game to bundle a system with. Decent, but not that good. The God of War for PSP bundle was awesome. Great game for PSP and a great system to bundle with, so that made sense. An Assassin's Creed bundle, I can't really say I would go for it, but overall, Assassin's Creed, if you already own a PSP, is definitely worth the pickup. It is a great portable game. It is a decent entry into the Assassin's Creed series and holds up well even compared to its PS3 brothers. Overall, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5 just because, again, the story was kind of rushed. And that's pretty much it for Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. I gotta finish it up here and see what the rest of the story holds for us. And that's it for this portion of our Assassin's Creed special. On our next portion, we are going to cover the top part of Assassin's Creed, and that is Assassin's Creed 2. That'll be uploaded sometime during the week of Thanksgiving. I'm on Little Logic, Mike Murtis. I hope you enjoyed this review, and take it easy. See you soon.